Yeah. So to recap, you're self-employed. It's fairly simple. We need 2 years of tax returns, 2 months bank statements, and a unaudited profit and loss. Yeah, Anthony. Remember I had asked you for 2 years of taxes, 2 months of bank statements, and the unaudited profit and loss. We actually need 3 months of bank statements. 3 months, yep. Hey, Anthony, it's me again. Remember I asked you for 3 months of bank statements? Okay, so we reviewed the bank statements. We didn't see deposits that were in line with what your income was for 2020 and 2019. So what we're gonna need from you is a audited profit and loss. Right, I know I said unaudited before, but now I need an audited profit and loss. Yes, this is because of the COVID changes. I understand these are just changes that keep happening, and unfortunately we just have to keep, I know it's frustrating. I know I called you last week and I asked you for, I know that, I completely understand that. It's just times are changing, it's a different environment. Hey Anthony, it's Will, how you doing? Yeah, so I'm still waiting on those audited profit and loss statements. Your accountant said that they're not going to do it. Okay, because they've never gotten that request before. Again, this is because COVID, the guidelines have changed. If you want, I can speak to your accountant. It's very simple. It's not a crazy request. Oh, they're saying it is a crazy request. I mean, I'd be more than happy to speak to them if that's what they want. They don't want to speak to me. Okay, well, hey Anthony, it's Will again. Since your accountant doesn't want to do the audited profit and loss statements, what we could potentially take is the invoices. You have any invoices? You normally don't invoice, okay. So how do you get paid? A suggestion, you should probably invoice just for the future, not just for the loan, just because that's more than likely what we're gonna need in order to make this work if your accountant's not willing to work with us. Anthony, it's Will. I'm just waiting on those invoices. Right, no, I understand it's not normal, it's not something that you normally do. Your accounts are saying that they need a little bit of time to make payment because of COVID. So this is probably gonna be a problem. I understand you bought a house 2 years ago and you didn't have to go through this. But again, this is COVID. Yay, Anthony, it's Will. All right, perfect. You got those invoices. I did get them. I took a look at them and they look good. The only problem is that the income that is going to be collected in the next 30 days is not in line with what we have over the past two. I understand business slowed a little bit because of COVID. We'll write a letter of explanation for that. Totally get it. But we're going to need to go back to some of your accounts and we're going to need to ask for payments sooner rather than later in order to be able to qualify. I understand the stress that this puts on you, your business, your accounts, your relationships. I totally understand that. But again, these are COVID changes and very difficult to get around right now. Hey, Anthony, it's Will. Yes, I know, I'm calling you a lot. Now, here's the deal, good news, we got past the finish line, we got all the way to the point of getting clear to close. One of the things that we're gonna need from you is to prove your business is still continuing. So we need like a phone number to call, but when we call the phone number, someone needs to pick up. I get it now, the offices are closed now because of COVID and the limited I get that, I totally get that. I understand you're my, I went to go see you a couple weeks ago, you're my dentist, I can't, that's not gonna work. It's just, unfortunately, that's not an explanation that's gonna work. My dentist is in business, it's just not gonna work, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna need something more substantial, maybe a site visit or something. Yeah, let me talk to my underwriters and see what we can get. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Will Caban. And I know that seems like a bit of an exaggeration, but the truth is that 2020 and even 2021 were really interesting when it came to being self-employed, especially the beginning to middle of 2020 when we literally had to make these phone calls almost every single week. But exciting news, we don't have to abide by a lot of the COVID guidelines and COVID restrictions anymore, i.e. 3 months bank statements, no longer audited profit and loss statement, verifying if the business is still in continuation, and all the requisites that were behind that. But the underwriter can still make a concerted decision as to whether they wanted to implement some of those guidelines. But there's probably going to be a good chance, to be very honest with you, that we're not going to see as crazy restrictions as we did during COVID. So I just wanted to share the really good news with you. So if you're self-employed, the point is that it's a lot easier now from a guideline perspective to obtain financing. All right, thank you guys and take care.